Welcome back. Well, we have a guest returning today who is going to continue our conversation about the benefits of preserving our life stories as legacies for our families. But first, let's take a look at a sample of his work.
This is the 1958 Edsel.
The year was 58, and Edsel was a complete new line of Ford Motor Company cars. The small one matched up pretty well with a Ford. The medium matched up pretty well with a Mercury. And the Citation was a car that matched up pretty well with a Lincoln. We were #1 in the nation selling these Edsels. But after about 4 months, we run out of people to sell them to. It just stopped. The reason the Edsel didn't sell, to my opinion, the economy. Ford wasn't selling very well, wasn't any major brand selling very well. It's a little pricey. Then it had the problem with that horse collar grill. People didn't like that. Some of the shows on TV that made fun of it. But then it had a push button transmission where you shifted the gears. Chrysler had that before them, but Chrysler's worked. Some of the cars would hang up in reverse. And then you just had a problem.
Now, we're really pleased to welcome back Steve Pender. Steve is actually a personal historian and video biographer and president of Tucson's Family Legacy Video. And Steve, that was just one of the wonderful videos that you have done. And I'm not even a part of this gentleman's family, and I was already wanting to hear more. What are the benefits when you just get to sit down with a family member and let them kind of recount their life?
Yeah, well, you know, there are benefits on both sides, and let me talk about some of the benefits to the storyteller, you know, the family elder. You know, quite often when we start the process, the elder is kind of doing it at the behest of maybe his or her kids or grandkids, so they might not necessarily feel that they have a lot worth saying, you know, or that they've lived a very important life. But time and again, I have to tell you that as we get into the process and they start reflecting on their lives, they realize, wow, you know, I've done some important stuff in my life. I have stories and values that are worth saving and passing along, you know. It kind of validates their being and gives them a sense of a life really well lived. So that's a really important benefit. Another one is quite often a project like this is the first time a storyteller has to tell the whole story, you know, in their own words, the way they want it told. For instance, I had a gentleman up in Phoenix a number of years back. He had an incredible business history that started with roaming through the jungles of Peru during World War II, real Indiana Jones kinds of things. But his family only knew the story in bits and pieces. So he was able to put it all together. And his daughter told me that after he watched the video with his family, he was positively glowing, you know, with accomplishment. And that kind of feeds into a third benefit, which is it really has a profound effect on a storyteller's mind, body, and spirit. I had a lady, we started the process, she was a little down, she was having memory issues, low energy, but her son told me that by the end of the process, she was just, you know, as high as a kite.
Oh, I really love that, yeah. And so we can definitely see how it benefits the storyteller, but also the family benefits.
Sure, and Heather, let me tell you, if there are any grandparents listening, I want them to take note, because university studies have shown that children profoundly benefit from projects like these. They show that children that come from families that talk about their history, they know their stories, have much higher levels of well-being. Emotional well-being in particular, because these stories ground them. They give them a sense of identity through time. They let them know where they fit in within their family. It's like knowing where you came from, you know. And then another recent study showed that kids who are told about the accomplishments of their elders are inspired because now they want to equal or better what their elders have done. And then kind of the flip side of that is that children who are told about how their elders made it through tough times are given the confidence to know that, you know, when the waters get rough, they can make it safely and successfully through as well. It's kind of like the gentleman in the video clip we just saw. He had those difficulties early on with Edsel, but he went on to become one of the most successful auto dealers in the country for quite a number of years. So those stories are really going to benefit his grandchildren and great-grandchildren going forward.
Oh, yeah. And I also, another thing that I love about this is that we love when businesses are local, but you did mention that you did something in Phoenix with a previous. How far do you travel to do one of these for someone else?
In short, we go wherever we have to go.
Okay.
I've certainly based in Tucson, but I've been to the East Coast, been to Hawaii, points in between, and as a matter of fact, I'm even talking with a potential client about some overseas travel. So essentially, we specialize in location shooting. We'll go wherever we need to go.
I think that's great. Yeah. I really do think that a lot of our viewers are going to want to, you know, take up your offer on this service. Now, do you have any special offers for our viewers today?
We do have a morning blend special, and that's because, you know, Mother's Day and Father's Day are going to be on us before we know it, and I wanted a little something for that. So I'm going to slash the price on, we do video, but we also do audio, and I'm going to give at least 75% off of a 1-hour budget audio biography. And then for folks who still would like the video option, we'll take 5% off. But you've got to book it within a week, so no sitting on the fence. Give me a call, I'll give you all the details.
This would be an amazing gift, a very out-of-the-box, unique gift to give for Mother's or Father's Day.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Steve. I love this idea. What a great idea to help the families.
Thank you.
So we're going to go over that offer one more time. As Steve mentioned, a special for Mother's and Father's Day, you can receive 75% off of a 1-hour budget legacy audio biography and 5% off any video biography as long as you book by April 7th. For more information, you can call 743-4090 or log on to FamilyLegacyVideo.com.